Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Marvel Superheroes ATM Heist Battle, which is based on Spider-Man Homecoming. This build is based on one of those enclosed ATM alcoves that are kind of protected from the weather, where you have to go to an interior space before you get to the ATMs themselves. And it has a couple of action features built into it. First of all, this one, which is not too obvious up here, which I appreciate when they're not too crazy loud visually. It allows you to break through the window. Now, you do break the window out, not in, but that works well. And then for us humans with our huge figure hands to be able to actually get inside there, they allow you to open this up. You know, it's a little bit of a cheat, which I appreciate. You don't have to open it up if you don't want to. You could just access this from the top, especially if you have smaller hands, get figures in there. But this is just nice to make it a little bit easier. I think the ATMs themselves are a little bit lacking in detail. There are a lot of small stickers used in this set for its size, but I feel like just something textured would have been nice to have on the back wall and the vertical green sections. But there's an action feature built in here as well. One of them doesn't work quite as well as I would like. You access it from the back, and you see this doesn't really look that good from the back, even though it's nice. They give you four walls, so to speak, but it's still not something that is good to put on display from all directions. But you've got the big red thing, which obviously tells you do something with this to make something happen. It's supposed to push the ATM out and cause money to fly out at the same time, because they've actually stacked some money here behind this seat piece. But if you just push it, that's very, very anticlimactic. The idea is that they want you to really hit it hard to make money come flying out, to make the ATM come flying out. But if I do that, okay, it works, but the ATM is still kind of there. So the money did fly out effectively. Here's one piece. The other two pieces are completely on the other side of the studio right now. It's not that far, but it's the close end of it. But you know, it doesn't break the entire ATM itself all the way out. So you need to pull the rest of it off yourself, and it's not really intended to come off, so you really need to do some disassembly here. The other ATM is intended to pop out. You just push it from the back. It's very simple. Take the whole thing. It has money inside of it as well. I think that actually works a little bit better, personally. Just finishing a look around the other side, they also have a clip on the side of the building to allow you to attach a spider web. You don't have to have that there the whole time, but it's nice that it can kind of fold away. So if you don't want to store this somewhere else, you can just leave it off to the side, and then when Spidey comes in to save the day, then you just flip it out like that. And they have a working door that can be used by normal people who aren't trying to blow the thing up and take the ATMs away. You know, rude. Normal people can just use the door. And then they also have a fire hydrant here. I said it in my last video, and I'll say it again. I very much like this rendition of Spider-Man in Lego form especially. It has the print on the arms. The dark blue color is nice. The print on the front of the torso is good. The print on the legs is good. They are dual molded. And I especially like the face. Just the shape of the eyes there looks just really good to me. I like the proportions. And then in the middle we have Bruce Banner, and on the right is Captain America, the silly masked robbers as they are billed on the front of the box. I have a feeling this is going to be a brief, insignificant scene early in the movie, but it'll be memorable. And I think that getting masked characters, fake masked characters in Lego form is really cool. It's funny. I would love to be able to get a full collection of those just for the heads to be able to use for funny, you know, just silly scenarios wherever. I don't think they're going to do any more, but I like the idea. Of course, you could just use, you know, regular heads from real figures, but this is a cool idea, and I think it's done well. And they also have alternate faces, which are pretty well done to show them all beaten up. I'm assuming this would be after Spider-Man gets to them, so you have a little bit of before and after there, but maybe they had been beaten up already before they came in to try to get this money, maybe to pay for medical care, you know, and then they get caught and beat up again. Spider-Man has actually three in this set of the Power Blast pieces in white, and those work really well. I think that they look good for, you know, little web blasts coming off him. and they only add to the set. They don't take anything away, and they do give you action that is actually useful. Bruce Bannock gets to ride the getaway motorcycle in this set, or the kind of start to think you're getting away and then get caught by Spider-Man motorcycle. And he also has the gun or the blaster, the emitter, the generator for what they call in this set the hybrid tech chain. So I'm assuming this is like a self-assembling thing that just keeps going until it hits something. And you can use that, I don't know why I put the set back together offline, but you can use that with the ATM after it's been blown out, the one that can actually be, completely pushed out of the entire set. You can use that with that, and then the idea is that you would just drive off with it. Captain Americant also has a thing so that he can say he did something, he was a factor. They call this the ATM Buster, and the top part, the actual stud shooter, is not really supposed to be there. It's just a physical thing. They wanted it to actually be able to shoot, and they give you some extra studs in this, but the real thing is supposed to be just the main body of it and the ray that comes out from it. Obviously, this is way too heavy for him to stand up with it in a normal pose, unless you have him on a studded base. That one sticker there on the side was a little bit tricky to apply because it's intentionally askew. They printed it to make it look like it's just kind of slapped on there, so it's a little bit sideways, a little bit crooked. So you have to just watch carefully the edge of the clear sticker. It looks like I'm a little bit off with it, but yeah, that's not intended to be straight. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I messed up. I put the wrong random generic baddie on the motorcycle and gave the wrong random generic baddie the ATM Buster. You can't do that. You can't mix up your random generic baddies. They each have a specific assigned task, and if you mix them up, well, it ruins everything. Well, on that bombshell, it is time to end. I am fired. I have ruined everything. The set is kind of cool. I think that the actions are set up very well for play. I wish the ATM section of the ATM alcove, as I call it, was done a little bit better with just a little bit more detail. I think that the action feature on the back is probably going to be pretty fun for kids to play with. It's nice to at least have the option to have an ATM that actually comes out. I wish this one was a little bit easier to pull out in its entirety as well. But overall, for a set that's designed for play, I think that it was successful. I think that the minifigs are done well. Just has a few too many stickers for the amount of detail that's here. Those are just my only critiques, really. So since I'm fired, I will now turn things over to you to complete the review by sharing what you think about it, your opinions, and your evaluation of the set. Leave your thoughts in a comment down below, and I will go find a new job. Bye forever.